Breaking news, Arsenal monitoring Vinicius Jr, Real Madrid superstar on the Gunners' radar. Hello Gunners and welcome back to Arsenal Daily Talk. I hope you're all doing well today. Before we get started, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss any Arsenal breaking news, transfer updates, match reactions, and exclusive discussions. Today's story is absolutely massive. One of the biggest names in world football is being linked with Arsenal. Yes, you heard that correctly. Reports suggest that Arsenal are closely monitoring the situation of Brazilian superstar Vinicius Jr, one of the most explosive and exciting attacking players on the planet. Now, before we go any further, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you take Vinicius Jr at Arsenal? Do you think he would be the signing that finally takes Arsenal to Premier League and Champions League glory? Or do you think the transfer is simply too expensive to become reality? Let us know your thoughts, and let's begin. Who is Vinicius Jr? For those who may not know the full story of the Brazilian superstar, Vinicius Jr has become one of the faces of modern football. The Brazilian winger began his professional journey at Flamengo, where his extraordinary talent quickly attracted attention from clubs around the world. Real Madrid moved quickly to secure his signature, believing they had found one of football's brightest young talents. When Vinícius arrived in Spain, many observers immediately noticed his incredible speed and dribbling ability. However, during his early years, there were questions regarding his finishing and decision-making in the final third. Instead of allowing criticism to affect him, Vinícius continued working hard. Year after year, he improved. His goals increased, his assists improved, his confidence grew. Today, he is recognized as one of the world's elite attackers. He has delivered huge performances in major competitions and has become one of Real Madrid's most important players. That journey alone shows the mentality of the player Arsenal are reportedly monitoring. Why are Arsenal interested? Arsenal have spent several years building a squad capable of competing with the best teams in Europe. The club has invested heavily in young talent. The recruitment strategy has focused on players who fit the long-term vision. But every elite team eventually reaches a stage where they need genuine world-class additions. Vinicius Jr falls into that category. He is not simply a talented player. He is a player capable of deciding games at the highest level. Arsenal reportedly admire several qualities in his game. First, his directness. Modern football is often about breaking defensive structures. Vinicius excels at this. He constantly attacks defenders. He forces mistakes. He creates uncertainty. Second, his pace. Very few defenders can keep up with him over long distances. His acceleration allows him to turn ordinary situations into dangerous attacks. Third, his ability in 1-versus-1 situations. This is perhaps his greatest strength. Whenever Vinicius receives the ball, defenders know they are in trouble. He can go inside. He can go outside. He can create space for a shot. He can create opportunities for teammates. These are qualities every manager wants. How would he fit into Arsenal? This is perhaps the most exciting part of the discussion. Imagine Vinicius Jr lining up in Arsenal's attack. Imagine the Emirates Stadium erupting as he receives possession on the left wing. His style would naturally suit Arsenal's attacking football. Arsenal like to dominate possession. They like to create overloads. They like quick combinations around the penalty area. Vinicius thrives in these situations. His movement would stretch defenses. His dribbling would create openings. His pace would force defenders deeper. This would create more room for Arsenal's midfielders and forwards. Defenders would constantly face difficult decisions. Do they close him down? Do they double-team him? Do they stay compact? Whatever option they choose creates opportunities elsewhere. That is the impact world-class attackers have. Why his recent performances have attracted attention. Reports suggest Arsenal's interest has intensified following another series of eye-catching displays. Week after week, Vinícius has demonstrated why he is considered one of football's elite players. His performances have included goals, assists, dangerous dribbles, creative passes, and match-winning moments. Football analysts often discuss players who can change games. Vinicius belongs in that category. Even when he is not scoring, defenders remain worried. His presence alone changes the dynamics of a match. That is why top clubs continue monitoring him. Players with these qualities are extremely rare. The contract situation. One of the major reasons this story exists is because of uncertainty surrounding contract discussions. Reports indicate that conversations regarding the player's future continue. Whenever uncertainty exists around a world-class player, elite clubs pay attention. That does not mean a transfer is guaranteed. Far from it. However, clubs want to be prepared. Arsenal are reportedly among those keeping a close eye on developments. If circumstances change, they want to understand whether an opportunity exists. This is standard practice among top clubs. They monitor situations, they gather information, they evaluate possibilities. Then they act if conditions become favorable. The financial challenge. Let's be realistic. A move for Vinicius Jr would be one of the most expensive transfers in football history. Real Madrid know exactly how valuable he is. They understand his importance both on and off the pitch. Any transfer fee would likely be enormous. Then there are wages. Players at Vinicius's level command significant salaries. Arsenal would need to make a major financial commitment. This is why many observers remain cautious regarding the rumours. The admiration may be genuine, the interest may be genuine, but completing such a transfer would require extraordinary circumstances. Competition from other clubs. Another challenge Arsenal would face is competition. Whenever a player of Vinicius's quality becomes available, every elite club pays attention. Imagine the race. Premier League giants, European champions, historic clubs from across the continent, all potentially interested. That creates a difficult environment. Negotiations become more complicated. Financial demands increase. Competition intensifies. Arsenal know this. That is why reports suggest they are currently monitoring rather than aggressively pursuing. What would Vinicius bring to the dressing room? Beyond his football ability, Vinicius brings experience. He has played in huge matches. He has performed under enormous pressure. He understands what it takes to compete for major trophies. These experiences can be invaluable. Young players learn from winners. They learn from professionals who have experienced football at the highest level. Adding that mentality can improve an entire squad. Fan reaction. Unsurprisingly, Arsenal supporters have reacted with excitement. Social media has been filled with discussions. Some fans believe this would be the signing of the decade. Others remain skeptical due to the likely cost. Both viewpoints are understandable. On one hand, Vinicius is among the world's best attackers. On the other hand, the financial realities cannot be ignored. Still, the possibility alone has generated enormous excitement, and that shows the level of player Arsenal are now being associated with. What happens next? The next few weeks and months could be crucial. Much depends on developments regarding the player's future. If a new agreement is reached, speculation may fade. If uncertainty continues, interest could grow. Arsenal will undoubtedly continue gathering information. They will continue evaluating the market. They will continue monitoring opportunities. Whether this particular opportunity becomes realistic remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. Arsenal admire the player, and they recognize the qualities he could bring. Final thoughts. Vinicius Jr is one of football's most electrifying talents. He possesses speed, skill, creativity, confidence, experience, and the ability to decide matches on the biggest stages. Reports suggest Arsenal are watching his situation carefully. At this stage, there is no confirmed bid. There is no confirmed negotiation. There is no agreement. However, there is clear interest in understanding whether an opportunity could emerge. For Arsenal supporters, it is exciting to see the club linked with players of this caliber. It reflects ambition, it reflects progress, and it reflects Arsenal's growing reputation among football's elite. Now we want to hear from you. Would Vinicius Jr transform Arsenal? Would he be worth the enormous investment? Could Arsenal realistically convince him to leave Real Madrid, or do you think he will remain in Spain for many years to come? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's breaking news update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Arsenal Daily Talk, and share this video with fellow Gunners around the world. Thank you for watching. Until next time, come on you Gunners!